Doug Corder. What on earth?
It's child Hitler. I don't know.
Not good enough.
It doesn't look like a young Hitler.
I have to try again. This is
Yeah, I actually did this like 3 times before. I'm just like, okay, I should probably go play this.
It's
Yeah,
just
for how
You could keep it like it's endless. Like you could just kind of keep doing it. I would love this as a mobile game, actually.
Aha,
saying-
chat says when his eyes are open, he's blocking up. When his eyes are closed, he's blocking low.
whoa.
Whoa!
Oh.
What? That's a good observation. Or was it Krell? Is Krell in the chat?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't look like it. Would someone notice that? That's a
Unless
good
they go by a
observation.
different name.
No, they go by Harold Krell, I think, in Twitch.
Yeah, they do.
Their account.
That's an amazing observation.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
funny
lot.
how.
Sorry, go.
I'll just say it's funny how we did not really notice that, and it sounds like there was a fair amount of time going into it.
Well,
So it's not an obvious. It kind of reminds me of like Punch Out for Nintendo, how there was definitely signifiers that were easy to miss, and that's sort of like a classic like inspection check sort of thing.
Well, and I mean, so like you're punching high or you're punching low, he's gonna be looking in that direction too. I don't know. It's something definitely to play with.
Well, it certainly has the added mechanic of, do I want to stop and look at his face? Do I want to look in Der Fuhrer's face?
Yeah. Do you want to look him in the face while you're punching him in the face?
Yeah, it's all about like it's pretty much a risk reward for how much do I want to mash, and if I am mashing, how quickly can I stop mashing in response to either visual or just the immediacy of saying getting -2s.
It's
Yeah, this is a.
I can't help it. Oh, sorry?
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was thinking about, so in the last game I've seen by Harold Krell, it's, Fancy Feast, which is about making a chicken roast. But he had that mini game in it about stuffing the chicken that was basically a metaphor for fisting. This is like a weird, demented counterpoint to that mini game. I recommend
I
it.
wonder.
Yeah.
I was wondering if maybe he reused some of the mechanics, but it's different because it's
Yeah.
you're using like the left and right. You don't have the
Yeah.
instant punch.
Yeah, this one, it's you're either punching or you're not.
What always impresses me with Krell is that he usually has fairly simple core mechanics, like a very simple core loop, but he does so much with it to make it effective. He does, he kind of maxes out the effectiveness of his concepts really well. It's impressive to see.
It's solid. Because, well, he definitely, I've noticed in all the times I've seen his games, is he knows how to take a concept that's small, but make it work really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Just
think
as a comment on that one, the background music was actually perfect for the kind of circusy music you had going on behind it.
Yeah. I think the whole piece fit really well together within its own theme.
He's very good at making cohesive experiences with that core, fun, simple gameplay loop. So, great work, Krell. I think you did another very solid game.
Yes. Absolutely. I'll clap for Yay! Awesome
It's
job.
hard to do this with a push start.
So what Weird Bias says, when does the speech from Great Dictator get played?
In your heart all the time.
Every game should end with that.
If every time you lose, that'd be great.
Last game of the evening, we've got Nazis in the town square.
Nazis in the town square.
I guess like Panic at the Disco, but with Nazis.
No. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It's
I
okay.
said nothing. You heard nothing.
I heard nothing. What's going on? Oh yeah, so like, what's really great about Nazis in the town square is that they.
Sorry, that's a great sentence to start. You know what's really great about Nazis in the town square?
Jesus. So this entry person,
Yes.
or actually it was a team, Dream of Psy,
Ooh.
or Dreams of Psy. I can't read. Dream of Psy. Yeah, I think it's a team because there's a couple names on there. They actually put out like a whole description of the game, which was really awesome. I can just read it real quick.
Yeah, read it.
The player takes on the role of a vigilante who decides to go to town on all of these Nazis that have been showing up. the player can identify Nazis using a device that monitors simulated social media posts that originate near the character. Players then attempt to identify the source of the posts. Some of them will be from one or more of the Nazis in the area, who are prime targets for punching. Avoid punching or bumping into bystanders. Every act of violence increases public unrest. Escape the scene to start the next round.
All right.
Which I also noted that if you go to the next round, it also decreases public unrest. So, fun fact. If you have high unrest, you should probably just skip.
Interesting. I feel like I played a game recently that had a mechanic like that, but my brain turned to mush. But that's sort of, do you cut and run or do you try to see it out? But neo-Nazi numbers in your town are rising. Fuck. Despite of your family, you decide to become a vigilante. You believe that punching 10 Nazis ought to reduce the Nazi influence. I mean,
makes sense to me. I'll buy it.
It's a good number.
Yeah. Your social
you don't want to lowball it.
That's true. Your social media scanner displays posts that originate in this area.
I guess if that number is low, you can always go out and punch a few more to catch up, right?
Well,
Yeah,
I was gonna wait until she played a little bit more, but I didn't get past 10.
So you can always punch more Nazis, but you can't unpunch Nazis. So start low, work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
Like cutting your hair,
Sure. It's a good comparison.
You can always cut. You ever do bathroom butchery when you're cutting your bangs in the bathroom mirror?
I don't have bangs, but yes.
Oh, well, wait, who am I? Which one is
So I also noted that this was a very Watch Dogs kind of game because like you got the social media and he's got the hoodie with the mask on his face.
Football.
I actually really like the social media. I almost wish that there was a little bit more variety, but beyond that, it was actually really cool.
Oh, okay. I see a guy saying "White Lives Matter," so I gotta punch him.
No, run!
Nice.
Wait, why? Was that the Nazi?
Go off the screen.
But, yeah.
I bet you that guy that got punched was a Nazi.
Oh, yeah, he was.
I like that. I like that reactivity.
All right. More paid DLC. Fuck that noise. Okay, that guy's a good guy, surely.
Yeah, there was a couple in there that's kind of like, are you? Oh my god, you broke it.
What?
It's magical.
Did that happen to you?
It's a Russian spammer.
I've never had that happen. I think you broke it.
I think you should punch
High five, you broke it!
Punch that dude.
Run away.
Hey, Tussle, I just punched you in the face, man. Beta cuck assaulted
Also,
the guy
you
for no
punched
reason.
Vivis.
Sad.
Also, you were at public unrest of 70.
Cucked up.
A+ for Wilhelm screen. It was, yeah, it was.
Okay,
It's actually, someone
okay.
commented in there too.
What? Hey! Ah!
I wonder if that counted. No.
94.
Oh, you punched a bystander again.
Oh,
way to go.
This is a good argument against vigilantism. Yeah, the Wilhelm scream is often overused, but it kind of adds to the absurdity of this. So, how far
there's
did
policemen
you
now.
Oh no! Cheese it!
There's
It's the
two
fuzz.
policemen. Yeah, if you leave, public unrest will go down. So if like you can't find any Nazis to punch, you could just leave.
Luke Appleby looks a little suspect.
I love the meta comments in Twitter about the placeholder voices.
Yes, right? Like these placeholder voices. It's like, okay.
So is there any reason why I shouldn't just like walk off the screen right now?
You can. See? And then public unrest will go down. Eventually.
Keep it up.
You're at a really high number.
Good.
When is it? When do you get in trouble? When is it? Does it have a failsafe if you have too much unrest?
I feel like the rest is going
I
up.
just thought public unrest just made it harder for you to find the Nazis.
It's going up though.
Yeah, it seems like it's always going up.
Oh, I don't know. You broke it.
I think you have to punch the Nazis to reduce it, maybe.
Hi. Okay, guy with glasses, frumpy hair.
Yeah, filled in
Yeah.
glasses.
Guy with shades.
Run away.
Hey. Oh no!
Oh no! Your sentence is swift. And now it starts over.
Well, that's fine.
I played this a few times.
Oh, it's interesting.
I actually got all the way to like. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I noticed I'm actually a different guy this time, which is a nice touch.
It's mentioned that all of the people and your character are actually procedurally generated.
Nice.
Yeah, it has like a Guess Who sort of feel to it, really. Except, a Guess Who, I don't think any of them are outright Nazis. Although Hans, I think there might have been.
Now there's a joke that's going on in the social media thing where it says, "I can't stop playing Floppy Horse." I wonder if Floppy Horse is another game they've made.
It sounds like a joke on Flappy Bird, but
Oh, that makes sense.
grosser.
Of course, John Warren, who will be joining us tomorrow, is named Floppy Adult, so maybe they're just big fans of Project Tingler or something.
Oh, that's fair. Floppy Horse secret WHO mode. Or HWO, sorry.
All right.
So green dude with the brown hair.
I love that not only can you identify them
or
by
white,
their posts,
yellow hair.
But it gives you a name. So the Space Cat 33 being, Hail Hitler, is pretty great. Like the idea of connecting a funny username to incredibly heinous viewpoints is pretty great.
Yeah, it's the whole procedurally generated social media thing is pretty clever. All right, I think I want that guy. Although it would be
Hans Hamilton.
I'm assuming
Get closer and watch his social media.
Because I'm gonna assume that it's sort of black and white about who's bad and who's good. Because I guess
Yeah, that's actually
not necessarily.
Oh, really?
Because there's some text in there that's like they're kind of like a jerk, but they're not Nazis.
Actually, I punched Hans Hamilton 57, and it says bystanders punched 1, Nazis punched 0. So, well, that's true. That is not a Nazi statement.
That's cool. I think that's an interesting way to go about it. To say, okay, well, just being an asshole doesn't make you a Nazi, and that is cool.
But Sailing Kyle Hitler does. Oh, and he's even got that Richard Spencer hairdo.
Run away!
Run
Be
away!
free! Be free!
I escaped.
Alex Dog 219.
Yeah, it's nice because people. Well, that's what always gets me about Facebook is people being willing to say abhorrent shit under their own name. Because I mean, not that I recommend it, but if you should look at the comments section of any news website, and they've got like the Facebook API so that they can post as themselves. You'll see like somebody who's got a photo of themselves and their children, and then I don't know, posting the most awful things.
Maybe that's the joke.
It's I can never tell. That's like trolling. If it's somebody like making a fake account and then being nasty, or if they really are that nasty and upfront about it. It's always such a murky.
If Twitter is any indication, where you get those hot girls, but sometimes they have a man.
Yeah, it's all fake. I mean, there's
Twitter
so much
name,
fakery.
which is the bot.
Oh no, I got the wrong guy. They had the same hairdo. I was trying to get
that doesn't make it okay.
That doesn't make it okay.
That's a really good social statement. I mean, what if some guy's just a hipster who happens to have Richard Spencer's haircut?
Don't punch people based on hairdos.
Don't punch people based on hairdos. Is the more I learned something today.
Yeah, really.
I mean, you can use that as an indicator, but you can't punch them because of their hairdo.
That's a good point. But yet, Hans Boys and Hans Butler looked the same. They're both wearing suits, and they both have the same hairdo.
One's just
one
a
is
green tie.
one is blue. Yeah, they have different colors. Very subtle.
Subtle. It's being a vigilante who punches Nazis is not for the faint of heart. It's for people who are really dedicated to the cause. But am I going to see any more content in this game?
Not really. So the problem I have is I got to 9, and then I punched my 10th Nazi, but then it was oh, your parents are worried. They ask you to stop. And so I guess that was the end of the game.
Yeah, it might have been the end state if it seemed like could you not continue.
But the only thing is that it was really hard to tell when I started a new a game, when I started a whole new game, or when the game officially ended. So I wish there was maybe either a title screen or something that was a little bit more indicated.
Yeah, Chris, you could say that's part of the whole. Oh, that guy. Hey,